Just because it's Halloween, it doesn't mean that traffic like this stops. So staying alert is the key to staying safe on the streets and behind the wheel.
Every brushstroke I do, I've thought through.
For painter Brian C. Johnson, the light catches his attention.
I'm controlling the viewer's eye with the movement of light.
Light from every shadow guides his eye.
If we didn't have light, we couldn't see.
The focus of his unclouded paintings.
So whenever you see light, your eye goes automatically to that spot.
Radiating from every angle.
I get lost. I absolutely get just lost.
But before he could see the light, darkness overtook his life.
That's part of the reason I started painting, to escape the conditions in my life.
An ancient trade as he prepares for epic battle. Real-life gladiators engaging in hand-to-hand fighting for fun.
It is considered one of the most violent legal sports in the world.
Fuller leads the Louisville Wild Bunch, an armored combat league for true adrenaline junkies.
I've always liked the outdoors.
To get to the top, you've got to climb.
You know, my favorite climb is the next one.
And when it comes to the tree trimming business, that means reaching for the highest branch.
You can't be afraid of heights. Yeah, you've got to have a healthy respect for heights.
Corey Petrie is a professional tree climber.
That's probably one of my favorite things, is just getting a view that nobody else will.
He's co-owner of Limwalker Tree Service and spends his days among the leaves, high above the ground where few venture.
You see things that most of the time other people don't see.
Nothing goes down smoother than toe-tapping blues. Except maybe a shot of whiskey.
Kate, you want one? All right, I'll take yours.
Just ask Mike Mankel, a lifelong musician and a lover of bourbon.
People say, what's your favorite bourbon? I say, whatever's in my hand.
When it comes to pairing the two, he's found the perfect passion project. The Bourbon Barrel Guitar Company.
I absolutely fall in love with it from start to finish.
The idea came to Mankel 2 years ago while enjoying his favorite spirit. Since then, he's completed 20 of the truly custom instruments that live up to his high standards.
It's a dirty job, so I'm gonna get suited up. Let's go. We're on the main deck of the boat.
My dad played, his dad had played, so the original thought was get me into it.
Down the bottom there, you guys got a big circle of it.
Started playing the game around like 5 or 6. Loved it ever since. The atmosphere, being around the boys, physical play.
Throwing bodies out there.
There we go. Hey, get back up, get up, get up, get up. There we go.
Great team chemistry and all that. It's fun to hang out with all the guys all the time.
Keep after the shooter. We'll do 2 shooters.
Scoring the goals. Getting the chicks.
Jephthah Creed is Shelby County's newest distillery, and it's got 4 sisters: wheat, rye, malt, and barley to keep its grounds pest-free.
I had high hopes that they would be 4 mousers and keep all the mice away from the distillery, but I don't think they're going to make it.
The 4 were discovered in a pile of straw on the distillery grounds.
Couldn't find a mom. It was very sad, and we couldn't leave them. So we brought them into the distillery, adopted them, bottle fed them, and now we have 4 cats.
Now 6-month-old balls of energy, the spirited squad live in the lap of luxury.
They have the Cadillac of homes for cats. This is where they live and hang out. It's a converted chicken coop.
With a permanent place on social media, they act as mascots for the whiskey maker, entertaining guests and continuing the Bourbon Trail tradition. Artist Richard Sullivan does his best work under pressure.
You really have to get into like another mental state.
The stakes are high as he takes on the greatest faces in sports.
I want to get the The emotion in the player's face.
Using watercolors to capture the intensity of the moment.
When everything's on the line and you have to be so focused and so in control of everything about yourself.
Take me out to the ball game.
I just try and put that into my artwork.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
It's a feeling Sullivan knows well.
I still need that connection.
Root for the home team.
I think I know what they're going through at that moment.
For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The Portland painter is a former professional baseball player.
Loved baseball, and art was something I just did naturally.
Our community in crisis.
Possession of a handgun by a minor. Are you guilty or not guilty, sir?
Guilty.
Louisville's youngest.
People dying every single day.
Victims and suspects. Some of the city's worst nights.
Every day I go home, I see somebody ambulance somewhere on the street somewhere. It's just crazy. I don't understand it.
Our offenders are getting younger and younger.
This is Senate Bill 200. 113 pages of Kentucky's juvenile justice reform. The entire intention is to see fewer kids in jail and in programs meant to address the problems behind their crimes. But this law allows kids to break the law 4 times without ever seeing a judge.
If people respond, that means they can see it.
Mansour Shams is a father, a business owner, a Marine, and a Muslim.
My writing looks terrible right now.
He's not an artist.
I thought my M was messed up. Can you make it out?
But this sign he's making doesn't have to look pretty.
You know, what do? You just go educate people. You just talk to people.
If it's creating the dialogue he's after.
Read it.
I'm a Muslim and a U.S. Marine. Ask anything.
Awesome.
The Baltimore veteran is traveling all over the country to break down stereotypes about Islam.
62% of Americans have never met a Muslim. Thank you.
He made a stop in Louisville to continue that mission.
I don't want the guy who's walking, who looks like me, to be assumed as a bad guy.
Total's gonna be 309.
In a busy world, a drive-thru often serves as one big dinner table for a lot of people who've never met.
Double quarter pounder meal.
But last night at the Scottsburg McDonald's, strangers became family.
Something like this. Somebody's gotta know about this. How you doing, ma'am? Large Coke?
Hunter Hostetler watched it all unfold.
It happened all the way up until we closed, sir. Yes, sir.
It started with a Mickey D's regular.
She saw the dad in the van behind her, and he had like 4 kids in the car. He had a bunch of Happy Meals, 2 quarter pounders, and a Big Mac meal, and some other stuff. But she was like, I'm gonna pay for the father behind me, and I want you to tell him Happy Father's Day.
But that dad didn't just take the free meal and run.
He paid for 2 cars behind him.
3 cars paying it forward became 10. 10 became 100.
I had people telling me, no, it's gonna stop here. It's gonna stop at 100. You're not gonna make it past.